Donald Trump last night in Pennsylvania touting his economic successes. And today, new economic numbers reveal the economy is booming. Just look at some of these statistics. 157,000 jobs were added in July, and the unemployment rate is down to 3.9%. Hispanic unemployment hit a new record low in July. Earlier today, President Trump tweeted about the great economic news, writing, quote, July is just the 9th month since 1970 that unemployment has fallen below 4%. Our economy has added 3.7 million jobs since I won the election. 4.1 GDP. More than 4 million people have received a pay raise due to tax reform. $400 billion brought back from overseas. Of course, the left is trying to figure out how to spin these great economic numbers for Trump, with some Democrats even claiming that workers are, quote, losing their jobs. Joining us now is the author of Why We Fight, Fox News national security strategist Sebastian Gorka, and former Obama economic advisor Austan Goolsbee. Austan, I want to go to you first. Okay. So you remember what he said to the inner city, to African Americans, what do you have to lose? And now African American unemployment the lowest in history. And I'm not going to repeat all the numbers. Please tell me how you're going to say Donald Trump is not a good president, at least for the economy.
Well, I'm kind of surprised that you're choosing today's job number, because today's job number was actually a whiff, was almost 40,000 below what was expected.
Well, that's expectations. That doesn't mean it's not a plus.
157,000 is okay. Now, if we had this conversation last Friday, I would be totally on board with you that we had a great GDP jobs growth number.
The economy tanked since last Friday, Judge.
And the president should be proud of that number.
Okay, Austan, I know you got a tough job tonight, but we're going to have to go after you. Okay, Sebastian, hit it.
Can't they just be happy for all Americans, just for once? I mean, really, the New York Times has to hire racists for its editorial board. I get it. But let's talk about the economy. Let's get back into the real world. I've just read your new book. You know the president. You've known him a long time. He wants success for all Americans. This is what the left doesn't get. I worked for him. I took the job with him for one reason, because he doesn't care if you voted for him or not. You could have wanted Bernie to be president. You may have voted for Hillary, but he wants you to succeed. He wants you to be safe, and he wants you to prosper. That's the president. And the left will never believe it, Judge.
Well, let me ask you this, Austan. When the Democrats start running, and they're running now, obviously, for 2018, which is why the president has already started this push. I mean, how do they just ignore the economy, or do they talk about maybe ISIS is coming back? What do they say?
I think what they would say is the numbers you quoted, where you said 4 million people have gotten a raise. There's 150 million workers in the country. If you look at job creation rates or wage growth, both of those have actually slowed down in the 18 months that we've been under Donald Trump.
Wait a minute.
So I think they'll probably highlight those facts.
Okay, and do you think that America, and I'm going to let Sebastian answer that, but do you think America agrees with Nancy about that's just crumbs? It's just crumbs. Would they rather not see extra money in their paychecks?
That's Austan. For you, Austan.
Austan.
Oh, I thought you said Sebastian.
No, I said I'll go to Sebastian.
They would like to see more money in their paychecks. They haven't. Their corporate profits are at record levels as a share of GDP, and the wage share of the economy is the lowest that it's ever been.
Okay,
so
let's get down to brass
Trump
tacks.
should emphasize that growth is fast, and the Democrats will emphasize that wages have not been going up.
But they have. Go ahead, Sebastian.
So I just want to know what Austan and his cadre say to the fact that we have the lowest minority unemployment since record keeping began. You can't spin that. You can't say, well, the growth has decelerated. Who cares, Austan? We have oil companies, thanks to the unleashing of the UNRWA. We have oil companies that are giving $25,000 signing bonuses in America. That is an economy unleashed. How can you not be happy to see the unemployment figures? How can you? We have basically functional zero unemployment. We have more jobs available than people looking for jobs. How do you spin that, Austan?
Go ahead, Austan.
We've had 115 months of private sector job creation, the longest streak ever. About 18 of those months were under Donald Trump, and all the rest were under Barack
It's
Obama.
Obama,
and it's
right.
great.
It's Obama.
I'm totally for it.
The man who couldn't
wonderful.
get 3% GDP growth ever.
African
Ever.
Americans had the
Donald
worst
Trump has
unemployment
not had
under an
annual growth
African
rate of
American
3%
president.
either.
Say it again, Austin.
Donald Trump.
So you're saying we don't
Donald
have
Trump has not
4.1%
had an
GDP
annual
growth rate?
of 3%.
So what's the latest 4.1% figure? That's just
That
fantasy?
was for one quarter.
Yes.
As you know, Sebastian,
Yeah, but you know
that
what?
happened 4 different times under Barack Obama.
Here's the problem, Austin. Barack Obama had us convinced that 1% GDP was the new normal.
Right.
Those bozos actually
that
believed
is-
it. Now we're at 4.1. You want to say it's maybe it won't last, but
completely
I
not
think it will.
correct, guys.
Oh, it is
Guys,
correct. Sebastian
we
Gorka,
want the
Austin
economy to grow.
Goolsbee,
I'm
next
100%
Friday,
for
same
it.
time.
If we can have
Thank you
4%
both.
growth permanently, that'd be great.